Yeah, guys, it appears that when like Resident Evil 9 Requiem was just released, it gave a lot of subtle hints and a subtle nod at Leon being married. We all know it's not Claire Redfield, and it's not Jill Valentine. It's damn sure not Ashley Graham. It's definitely not Sherry Birkin. It's definitely not Helena Harper. It's definitely not Hunnigan. It's definitely not Grace Ashcroft. It is undeniably, well, we all know it ain't Claire Redfield, that's for sure. And it's undeniable, without a shadow of a doubt, the one, the only, the Chinese American femme fatale herself. Y'all guessed it. Ada motherfucking Wong. And yeah, there is a grain of truth to that. A solid grain of truth. Ada Wong was his canonical lover for so long. And him taking off his gloves at the very end, granted that I've never played that game, that Resident Evil 9 Requiem game, from what I've been speculating for years, since 2004 or 2005, that Leon and Ada was meant to be. I played a little bit of like Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 6. Yep, I played Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 6. Though it was a bitch to try to beat the boss levels of Resident Evil 6. Dear Zeus, I couldn't imagine what it would have been like if I was to face the boss levels from the older Resident Evil games. I'd have to look up some tutorials on how to beat them from those who actually played those games, religiously played those games, undeniably was forced to get good at them all on their own. And hey, ain't no shame in dropping some major hints and clues and tips on how to beat the very bosses and tough to get through parts, and schooling those on how to do it just by a playthrough alone, or full-fledged, pure-blooded walkthrough. A full, all-out walkthrough of a video game. Even the toughest video game. A full-on, pure-blooded, all-out walkthrough. A full, pure-blooded walkthrough of a video game. The toughest video game. And learning the tactics, the strategy on how to beat a boss. And if you analyze or way over analyze the most effective strategies on how to beat an entire game from watching somebody else's playthrough religiously, then, only then you might end up getting good, because somehow you get possessed with the knowledge of how to beat an entire game. It's like this. If I were to copy the strategies, or the one golden strategy on how to beat the most toughest, rage-quitting parts of every game, and pretty much solving every tough puzzle, and yes, happen to be the very, and I'm going to say this, the very tough parts of any game. And I'm just saying, once you get possessed with the strategy and learn the strategy from those who had to figure it out for themselves, they're basically teaching you a strategy on how to beat the most toughest games or the most toughest parts. Let's say if I ended up ripping off the most effective strategy ever on how to beat GTA 3 without getting arrested and without failing and without getting killed. Zero visits at the hospital, 0 arrests, 0 failures. And beating the game by ripping off a highly potent and extremely effective strategy on how to beat the game without mishaps when it comes to things like that. And I am just saying, that's just how it is. But enough about strategies. This video is not about the main focus of strategies. This is about Leon Kennedy finally having a wife after 30 years as a single, unmarried protagonist. And if all of the evidence that strongly and aggressively always links back to Ada Wong being the wife of Leon. If all the evidence aggressively points to Ada Wong being Leon's wife, then, oh man, I'm gonna be one of those motherfuckers that was right. That there was too much, way too much chemistry. And I mean way too much. A metric fuckload of chemistry between Leon and Ada Wong. Leon is fuck shit head over heels in love and in lust for Ada Wong. And Ada Wong feels the same fucking way about Leon. I gotta say, if all the evidence points right directly, and all the confirmation points right directly to where I suspect it'll be, and I know it is, then oh boy, I'm gonna be one of those motherfuckers that was right. And was right there, witnessing a pure-blooded chemistry between an all-out pure-blooded American and a Chinese American being an item. And I'm just saying, there's some damning evidence from every single Resident Evil game that had Leon and Ada Wong in it. A lot of damning evidence of them being confirmed as a canonical couple. I think the reason between Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 6 during the events of Resident Evil 5, what is leading me to this conclusion? That Leon and Ada started dating. And in between Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3, during Resident Evil Code Veronica, Ada Wong and Leon was really getting to know each other. Like, really getting to know each other. And during Resident Evil 3, if I'm not mistaken, I mean, there was so much evidence that points way too far, all the way too far, like far too far into Ada Wong's direction when it comes to the speculations of who Leon married. And besides, Sherry Birkin is like that of the little sister slash adoptive chosen daughter of Leon, due to her being in her like mid to or late 20s, early like late 20s, like late 20s and mid 30s. maybe early 30s. And I'm just saying, from a 12-year-old to I'm going to say 30, like roughly around like 33, 34-year-old, I'm going to say not Claire Redfield, but Sherry Birkin is like 34 years of age. And there is no way Sherry Birkin is in the same age group as Leon. No way. She was 12 and he was 21. There's a big age difference right there. A 20-year age difference. So ergo, Leon is most likely in his like late 40s, early 50s. And Sherry Birkin is most likely in her early, like mid 20s to mid 30s. Early to mid 30s. Roughly, to say the least. And well, Ada Wong, we all know that given that she's Chinese American, she still manages to maintain her slightly much more youthful appearance. So yeah, Leon would be most likely married to Ada Wong. And this is canon. If it comes out as canon, I would tell every motherfucker at my work and basically like telling everybody that I was fucking right. I've been right for 20 years. Spanning all the way back in 2004. That Leon and Ada Wong were destined to be. It was fate for them to be a married couple. And hey, if it pops up and shows up that Aeon was the right, correct, actual, real ship, then the Cleon shit and the Sherry X Leon or Ashley X Leon shit would not be canon ever. And well, what I'm saying is, and hear me out, guys, hear me out. Ada Wong happens to be the only one, and I'm serious, hear me out. She married and became Ada Kennedy. she became Ada Kennedy through legally binding marriage with Leon. And there's far too much evidence. Hear me out, guys. Just listen, hear me out. Leon proposed to Ada Wong before or during Resident Evil 7 and tied the knot in Resident Evil 8. I'm just saying. They probably got married during those two games. And went on a honeymoon during the Shadow of Rose DLC. And got back after tying the knot during their marriage. And hear me out, guys. Just listen. Leon could possibly, at some point in time, if there's ever going to be any more future Resident Evil games, that Leon might have a kid. Might have a kid down the road, taking on the mantle of being the main protagonist. And Leon, by the Resident Evil community, as they like to call Leon, Daddy Leon, would have to retire from being a playable character, stepping back and letting his kid step into his shoes. If it's a son, he would be called Leon Jr. or something like that. But if it's a daughter, she would most likely inherit more of her mom in the femme fatale and or looks department. And what I'm saying is, hear me out. I'm serious, guys. Hear me out. She's one of the good guys. And hear me out. I know you've heard this enough already in this video. But hear me out. Ada Wong was one of the good guys all along, playing double agent, and was secretly one of the good guys helping out Leon this entire time throughout the entirety of the Resident Evil franchise. And she was getting romantically interested in Leon. And she was helping him out throughout the entire journey. All 30 years worth of the cat and mouse thing. Ada Wong was setting up the bad guys to fail, thusly giving Leon a big win. Because, hear me out, guys, I'm serious about this, hear me out. Ada Wong was working with the good guys all this time, playing the double agent or spy, but was secretly helping out Leon this whole motherfucking time, and fell in love with him, but didn't want him to know that she had also had feelings for him just as much as he had feelings for her. And played the cat and mouse thing until she was good and ready to let Leon propose to her. It's the only explanation. There's so much evidence. Hear me out. Follow me here. Ada Wong was one of the good guys all along. Not a villain like I initially thought when I was a kid growing up. Throughout the 90s and the early 2000s. Maybe the entire 2000s. And Ada Wong was one of the good guys all along. Played the bad guys for a fool and set the bad guys up to fail. Sabotaging the bad guys and letting Leon get away and helping him in the process of destroying the Lost Plug, the Los Illuminados or whatever, or that island that Ashley was kidnapped and brought to. And Ada Wong was there. And this is a theory that could back it up. That could have so much evidence backing it up. And hear me out. Ada Wong was briefed by Adam Graham, the president. And that Adam Graham knew that Leon would be so way in over his head and would face so much trouble. So and hear me out. Adam Graham sent a sneaky ass backup for Leon during the entire event of Resident Evil 4. The Merchant and Sarah Lewis was just a backup for Leon and was secretly sent by Adam Graham, the president, to help Leon. And that's how Leon was able to beat the bad guys and defeat the main villains of Resident Evil 4 was because of the help he was getting. Because if he went in there trying to be more like Chris Redfield, he would have been in way over his head if Ada Wong, the ace up Leon's sleeve and most likely wife, was helping him out this entire time, sabotaging the bad guys, playing both sides, but most likely would come out as one of the good guys. It was playing the bad guys from the very beginning of a particular installment in the franchise. And with that being said, Ada Wong was secretly and sneakily, like a sneaky little ninja cat, subtly and quietly helping out her future husband wipe out the Ganados and blown up their island. And with the Ganados being gone, and Ada Wong not betraying Leon, because secretly, oh yeah, secretly, Ada Wong was actually helping out Leon, but made it feel like she was going to turn on him, but actually was helping him out because she's so subtle about this. Just continue to follow me here. Ada Wong was secretly in love with Leon as well as Leon was with her, but she didn't want him to know that she was also in love with him just as much as he was in love with her, while wiping out the Ganado threat and eliminating Krauser, Salazar, and whatever big bad boss of Resident Evil 4. But anyways, let me know if y'all heavily and aggressively agree if this is all true. Then let it be gospel. If it comes to light that it's all true about Leon marrying Ada, if it turns out to be true, then motherfucker, let it be motherfucking gospel, bitch. Cause I'm one of those Leon X Ada type of motherfuckers. And I knew that they were in love. I knew that they were in love the entire time. That kiss during Resident Evil 1 or Resident Evil 2 was a little nugget of what we all know was the truth. And that was a seed. A small little mustard seed of confirmation. So anyways, let me know if y'all agree. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, and share the video everywhere. Hades, why not just share it with some like chat forums while you're at it?